Hey Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, and this is your general reading for December 2018. It's a general reading. It won't resonate with everybody. Moon is currently in Virgo, y'all. Happy holidays if you celebrate those, and if you don't, simply a happy December to you. And let's talk about what we're doing. Since it is the last month of the year, I thought we'd just kind of like recap the year. So we're going to do a past, present, and future. This deck is the Waite pocket deck. And we'll pull 3 cards from this one. Straighten all that up in a minute. The next one is the Everyday Witch Tarot. And this is, like I said, what we're going to be looking at, what's going on currently, because this is what's taking us through 2018, kind of up to this point. I feel like there's some other stuff I need to say, but whatever it is, I can't think of it. Y'all let me know in the comments, because, you know, I love to listen to the chill hop music and stuff like that on YouTube, and I usually have it playing in the background when I do the videos. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but I know sometimes, like over the last couple of videos, it has really gotten a little aggressive. I swear to God, this music feel like, I mean, it's acting like it wants to fight me. We just can't find common ground. So let me know if it's too much, if you can hear it. All right. So next we are looking into the future. Cancer. Alright, so that one was like that. This one is, the way I see it, this is the upright. Alright, so we got those and we're going to let those be. The nodes have moved into your sign and the opposite Capricorn. So, you know, next 18 months, it's got some real stuff coming up for you, Cancer. We're not going to talk transits. Not too much, if at all. The only thing I want to tell you at this point is that we have a new moon in Sagittarius and a full moon in your sign. All right, Cancer. So, look, music's getting aggressive. Okay, chill out. So, we got the North Node that has just moved into your sign. And we're having a full moon in your sign. Is it anything else? We've got Pluto and Saturn. It's going to be happening opposite all of that in Capricorn. South Node is there. So, you know, I can imagine that Cancer, you might be feeling some things, the changes in your world. I don't know, it just could be some shit going on. And I'm not saying whether or not that's good or bad. Let's just check. Alright, first card, my glasses on, honey, is the Magician reverse. Now, this is talking about what has been going on, you know, through 2018 up to this point. The Magician reverse. That is a Mercury card, the Ace of Pentacles reverse. Earth card and the Two of Swords reverse. I'm sorry, in the upright. All right, so what I immediately felt about this Magician when he came out is just all around just messiness. Now, as we talk about this card, Mercury is currently retrograde in the sign of Sagittarius, and this is what has led us up to this point. So, you know, this could be bleeding in, but like messiness. Like, one of my favorite people in the world is Sagittarius, and his Mercury is retrograde in Sagittarius, and I always tell him, just out of fun, that's just because you're being petty. You know, I don't know. I think it's just like the bougie form of the way Gemini is petty. I think just Sagittarius, I don't know. I just feel like it's just a bougie version. Anyway, so the Magician reverse, Cancer, I'm feeling for you. It's really just, has kind of been some nasty messiness with the communication. You know, this is generally somebody who's not using the tools that they have. And in the upright position, all of the tools have been provided for the Magician. And what I mean is the tools of the 4 elements, which are the Pentacles, the Cups, the Swords, and the wands. And the wand is what he holds in his hand. If I could just get that to focus. But they don't want to do it. So in the reverse, you know, you've got these tools, and either you don't use them, or you use them irresponsibly. Now, there's something that's going on. There's a lack of tangible content of some sort. Maybe this because selling snake oils and selling wolf tickets and all of that, selling wolf tickets, that's working for me right now with this Ace of Pentacles reverse. It's like somebody's doing a lot of talking and they ain't gonna do nothing. There are no tangible results. It's a whole bunch of talk about nothing and no production. That's what's been going on, you know, at least over the course of 2018. And with the Two of Swords, it's like, you know, the decisions that have been made or trying, well, because we're talking about the past, have been sketchy at best. There's been anxiety and fear. Not even at its highest form, but there's been inklings of anxiety and fear, I think, that have control or had some influence over how these decisions that have been made. This is being between a rock and a hard place and making decisions with blinders on, so to speak. It's almost like you know better, but now I'm gonna pretend I don't see this and just make a sketchy decision. I'm going to turn my back on the fact that these waters are choppy and there's rocks in it. I'm going to pretend that I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to go in swords a cutting as opposed to guns a blazing. But, you know, for what? Because what kind of decisions was it that have been made? So that's kind of what we're dealing with in the past position. Now, and currently, we've got the Eight of Wands in the upright. I like that card a lot. Even though I like it though. We have got the Eight of Pentacles. So we got two eights on the table right there. And the Judgment card reverse. There has been a lot going on with the Temperance card reverse and the Judgment card reverse, which in some way both to me suggest that we're not answering to our true callings. Both of them suggest that. The Judgment card more so than the Temperance card. But we'll get to that in a moment. Because we have two eights currently on the table, and this is what's going on right now, we are definitely talking about things that are very, very powerful. Okay, guys, I had to stop the video for a second. Okay, so anyway, like I said, we've got the power of, we've got the double eights on the table, and we'll get into all that in a second. Now, whenever I see the same number come up twice, or when over this series, I kind of want to get into the numerology a little bit. And over my time of having been into this, I'm referring to my little trusty, dusty notebook there. These are the words that I associate with the eights, and this is what is going on with you currently. So the key words for me with the association of the number 8 is movement, action, change, rebirth, reevaluation, regeneration, capability, success, recognition, accomplishment, attainment, accomplishment of one's goals. This can indicate, the eights can indicate a positive change of mind. The eights for me also, if I hadn't said, is an indication of wealth, but I think the eights are extremely strong and extremely powerful, and you can't be, it's not for the faint of heart. For the faint of heart. The eights are not for the faint of heart. And just like I said in my little notes that I've taken, the eights are powerful. It's a whirlwind. If you think back to what I just said a moment ago, it's change, it's action, it's accomplishment. And with the Eight of Wands, this is generally about a frenzy of incoming energy. I mean, it is a tornado. You got to be ready when you see the Eight of Wands. I like the Eight of Wands. A lot of times you might be required to make a very quick decision. You got to make it quick. But at the same time, it's got to be an educated decision. Or else, you know, you mess around and mess up an opportunity or completely miss one. Well, with this in the upright position, wherever this funnel, if it sucks you up and it takes you with, you're going to end up where you need to be. The Eight of Pentacles suggests, now on the other hand, where that eight is like this frenzy of incoming, it's, yeah, just like incoming, coming in hot. This Eight of Pentacles is like, this is powerful incoming, this is powerful intense focus. This is the Apprentice. The Eight of Pentacles is somebody who's concentrating on what they're doing. And they generally do it alone. Now, even though they are the apprentice, generally when I see the Eight of Coins or the Eight of Pentacles, you don't see them shadowing anybody. Maybe this is when they've gotten the information they need and they go into the lab by themselves. And I totally feel like that this person is in the lab and she's mixing it up. So you got intense movement and intense focus, and both of these things are very necessary. This is what's going on with you right now. And I think there's a little bit of a conundrum because this one is in just, like I said, a frenzy of movement and power and incoming. And this one is the opposite. It's the intensity of concentration and stillness and focus. And this is a Sun and Virgo card. I can't remember what this is. But this is a Sun and Virgo card. And this is paying attention to the details. It's the analytics. It's the intake of information. So there's a lot of information that's coming into you right now. The Eight of Pentacles says I have the ability and the concentration and the focus and the discipline to actually take on all of this that's coming in. So that's good news. I freaking love the eights. So fucking powerful. And like I said, it's not for the faint of heart, baby. You got to be ready. You got to be willing. You got to be on it to deal with the power of the number 8. All hail to the 8. Anyway, so then we have got the Judgment card reversed, which says that even with all of this going on, we got the intense incoming, intense focus. Oh man, I still can't make a decision. I still don't know who I am. I still don't know what my true calling is. Man, I've done it this way, I've done it that way. And at this point, I'm still like, ugh, shit, who am I? Where am I going? What am I supposed to be doing? That's what the Judgment reverse is saying, that you're not answering that call. You're not being true to what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And the universe is like giving you all of this information. And you even take a chance to look at it and dissect it and focus on it. But at the end of the day, maybe it's just not time. Everything in its own time. So maybe right now, despite all of this and despite you feeling like you should have the answers, maybe it's just not time. Maybe there's more work to be done. There's more things to be learned. There's more skills to be brushed up on before you can become the Pied Piper of whatever it is that you think you're supposed to be doing in this life. So let's see what the future holds. The Wheel of Fortune. All right. The Temperance card reversed. Listen, this card keeps coming up. The Temperance card, whether it's in the upright or the reverse position, and I've got to settle on the fact that Mercury is retrograde in Sagittarius. And as a matter of fact, I think today is the last day of its retrograde in Sagittarius, and it's about to move retrograde back into Scorpio. So that's got to be why I feel like the Temperance card reversed in these readings is a little troublemaker. Cut it out. Anyway, okay, and the last card is the Justice card reversed. All right. Okay. Cancer is big for you. I just said that the North Node has moved into your sign. And damn it if I did not mean to. This is all 3 major arcana. So your future, which I think in this case is the next 18 months, is holding all of these. This is big stuff. So the Wheel of Fortune is allowing you to move forward. It's allowing this constant of death and rebirth, of endings and new beginnings. It's the wheel that just keeps turning, and it's moving in a positive direction for you. I think what you're going to see as we move out of 2018 and into 2019 is just the constant endings and beginnings. The problem with that is there's going to be impatience, and I don't know if I said that at the beginning of this video, but I think that I said that the Judgment card and the Temperance card, they both have that meaning of not answering to the true call. So what I say for you, Cancer, is that even at the end, as we move out of 2018 into 2019, you're still not going to have the answers that you're looking for. You do have the ability and the gift of the universe to continue to move forward and do that, because things are going to be coming in fast and furious for you, and you're gonna have to be able to pick out each one and dissect each one and be able to focus on one, and it'll move you forward. There's gonna be irritability, there's gonna be impatience, there's gonna be those times of what you thinking is right is absolutely the way it is. It's your way or the highway type shit. It's not, but this is the way you're going to feel going into the future, and that's because you're moving in with this momentum. You're coming in hot. Be careful that you don't let past habits that you may have developed during your communications and interactions with others. Try not to let that get into this. It's one thing to be impatient. It's one thing to be feeling like you know it all. But in the past, this has affected your communications with other people, and therefore it has caused you to have this you've not been able to produce in the way that is beneficial to you. That's the way that I feel about this. And there's going to be a need as we move forward for you to learn patience. You're not patient with people, and that's going to play out. It's definitely going to play out. And the thing about it is, now you could get away with it, because we've got the Justice card reversed. No, now you could get away with it, or you could find yourself really, really getting the short end of the stick, even though you might feel like it's not that serious. And the reason I say that is because the Justice card reversed was in the upright position. That says we get back what we put into it. The Justice card reverse says that, maybe you can put your everything into something and you get crap out of it. That may have been this, but you didn't. That's because you didn't do it right. You didn't use your tools correctly. The Justice card can say that you don't have to do a damn thing, and you could just be living lavish. But I think these cards is saying that that's not the way that it's been. You've got these great opportunities. It's just really going to come down to you understanding how to work with them. And you can move forward, but you still got these other issues to work through. Now, I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, that being the first card and it's looking into these things, despite the impatience and all of that stuff that we talked about with the Temperance card reverse, also look out for a Sagittarius who's just useless. But anyway, I do feel like, I feel like it's big. Okay. It's not 50-50. Because you've got the Wheel of Fortune, I do feel like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Great. If you can get through this that way, that's great. But what I'm feeling like is with the Justice card being reversed and the Wheel of Fortune being right here, despite the pettiness, I think you still move forward towards what it is you need. Now, understand that you might have to do minimum, but this will come back up. This will come back up. What goes around comes around, just like the wheel does. This will come back up. So Cancer, if just be careful how you move. Be careful how you do things as you go forward, because it is all good now and you can bulldoze your way through any situation, and you can probably do it like in a way that is not the nicest, and it may all go your way right now. But let's look into 2019 and see how things pan out, because this will always right itself. It may not ever right itself in our physical existence right now, but it will right itself in future lifetimes, if that makes any sense. If you believe in that kind of thing, I might get you in this one. So all I'm saying is be conscious, be aware. Cancer, what's funny about this spread, Cancer, is shit, whatever's going on around you is savage. There is not one cup except the cup that he could have used in this reading. But no, Cancer, I guess it is not, you're not about that life right now. You're not about that life right now. It's like, I got to get where I'm trying to go, and I'm not really trying to feel about it. So that's cool too. But that's really not who you are. So anyway, that's the way I see it, Cancer. If you'd like to get a reading with me, my information is listed in the description box below. Thank you guys. If you're new, thanks for giving this video a chance. If you are returning, thanks for coming back for the shenanigans. I love y'all. Have a good rest of the day. Have a good rest of the year. And I'll talk to you guys again next month and in that new year. Bye-bye.